Well, it's already starting to shape up like a pretty big week for everyone holding XRP. We've got the SEC announcement, an ETF proposal, and Charles Hodgkin going incredibly bullish on what XRP is all about. And as always, I've got some price predictions for you at the end of this video. So let's break down exactly what's going on and why this week could be a monumental week for XRP. Let's get into it. So let's start here. Of all of the people, it definitely wasn't on my bingo card that Charles Hodgkin would come out with a very bullish proposal. He is talking about a potential full XRP integration into Cardano, plus RLUSD, DeFi features, Lance Wallet, Sport, and Glacier drops. The new crypto alliance could be forming. Now, this is a complete 180 from where Charles Hodgkin used to be. He was very anti-XRP. Obviously, he's very bullish on Cardano. It's his thing. But this kind of idea of bringing the two together is just never even being talked about. And if you ask me, Cardano has unbelievable tech. This could be very interesting. I'm not quite sure of the full integration, but the Cardano XRP is shaping up to be a true DeFi power play. Think RLUSD, stablecoin, native DeFi features, and direct XRP support in the laced wallet, all dropping very soon, interacting with Cardano as well. This could open up the both chains, in fact, XRP and Cardano, to a huge new audience. And once again, could be a very strategic power play, not only for Cardano, but specifically for XRP as well. This could be a monster of a crypto alliance. You got tech, you got backing, you've got capital, you've got everything. This one is going to be one to keep an eye out. And it's interesting, it falls perfectly when we are expecting the SEC XRP or the SEC Ripple case to finally be put to bed. Now, I know what people are saying. Too bad you've been talking about this for the last 18 months. Why is tomorrow different? Well, we actually saw a significant movement of XRP a little bit earlier on. This is very interesting. There was a $57 million transfer, and it went from an unknown wallet to Coinbase. Now, many of you will say, well, it's not Ripple, it's not XRP, it can't be the payment to the SEC. Well, what do we know that goes on with Coinbase? And I'm only speculating here, but what do we know that Coinbase does? It manages pretty much most of the ETFs when it comes to Bitcoin and Ethereum. They obviously are a link directly back to the SEC, the most audited crypto company out there. So in my opinion, this is one of two things. It is either the payment to finally close down this law case, or it's an ETF payment, and either one of which is going to be incredibly bullish. The fact that we're seeing this go through, once again, shows, in my opinion, that this week is going to be a pretty solid week, not only for the crypto markets, but for XRP specifically. Imagine we get the SEC case done, an ETF proposal filed, and therefore a nice price movement to the upside as well, all of which I think could play out very importantly. The whale alert drawn renewed attention to XRP in the crypto market. The transaction was executed from an anonymous source directly into the Coinbase exchange wallet. The reality here is they sold 27 million XRP for around $57 million. Keep your eyes peeled. And this is in line with the boost of RLUSD. Obviously, we know the Genius Act is going for the United States. That looks like it's going to be a potential proposal as well this week. And the reissuance of RLUSD is continued. What does this mean? Well, they are pushing this out to the market. In fact, 12 further million tokens have been issued. And this is kind of exactly what we see with USDC, USDT. This is about minting coins, backing it potentially with XRP or another asset, or even treasuries or gold, and then getting them out into the market. Now, we'll see where this goes, but it is important. Approximately 23 million RLUSD tokens on two different occasions in recent months have been issued. The token production will temporarily stop in April, with production resuming various iterations and emerged within the industry. The reality is they're only going to be making them, minting them, and producing them if there is a demand and a need. And right now, well, I think XRP is coiling up for a solid move to the upside, and many people agree with me. You only have to take a look at the charts to understand exactly what that is. So, well, let's kind of play out some price predictions. This one is from Telegon. This is a very interesting one. The Telegon AI dropped a mind-blowing XRP target, which could be wild. Now, this goes all the way up to 2050, which a lot can happen in this market. I want to just focus probably on the next 2 or 3 years, because I think, well, for you and I, that's probably what interests us the most. So what does it give us a prediction right now? The max prediction by the end of this year, $5.87 as the big bullish price. 416 as an average, 275 would be the minimum. I don't believe we'll see 275. I think we'll see significantly higher than that. Looking to next year, back into next year, the most bullish case, still under $10, but around $9.18. 27, 16.71, and you get to 28, where you could be starting to talk about a $24 or $25 XRP bull case. This would be bank adoption, global payment systems using XRP, maybe 14% of the SWIFT volume going through XRPL, all of which I think is feasible, and actually a $25 price point, well, that's not out of the realms of possibility. That would be just over a 11x from where we are, which once again isn't the most unrealistic given the market's probably going to be around a $15 to $16 trillion market cap. So with all that being said, let me know what you think about this week. Do you think we see a pump for XRP, or do you think we see a dump? I'm always curious what you guys think. And as always, thank you so much for the support. Hit that like button, turn your notification bell on, and don't forget, while you're down there, hit that subscribe button as well for all your daily content in this cryptocurrency market. And with that being said, I'm out of here. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.